Good on?
Yep. Yeah, so some of you who were here earlier saw us having a phone call with Jen Dodd, the lady who organized Unconference with me. She's a really great event organizer, and we're talking about having a Quantified Self Unconference here in Toronto. It would be much smaller than the Quantified Self conferences that occur in the Bay Area or in Europe now. Those are 600 people and 400 people respectively. We're looking at something that would be more like 100 people. So it would be like, double or triple this crowd, depending on the count. And basically the idea is, instead of having brief show and tells with a little bit of Q&A, we can have really in-depth discussions about topics that are of interest to this community. So it could be an hour-long session on sleep, an hour-long session on exercise, an hour-long session on losing weight, and so on. And the actual sessions would be crowdsourced in classic conference fashion. Basically, we would put up a wiki or a form, and people would submit ideas, and we would find all of the very popular ideas and slot them into a schedule. So I wanted to just see if anybody had any opinions. We're talking about February as the date this would occur. If anybody has any opinions, I'd love to hear them. Anybody in favor? Yeah.
Anybody willing to volunteer to make it happen?
Yes. We're also looking for people who want to help organize. If you want to get more involved, it's an opportunity. I'll probably put a call out on the list as well. We will have to decide on a weekend. It will not be near Valentine's Day. Other than that,
What is the committee?
as an organizer,
Yeah. Like how much?
it would entirely depend on what you wanted to do. So you can put in as much time as you want, but we would be looking for people who would be willing to help with the content stuff. So like in particular, we're talking about doing some kind of workshop things. Maybe they would be on a separate day or in a different track or something. But the idea of having like a hands-on data session or something, right? We have like a series of mentors who would sit down with people's data. Or alternately, some kind of workshop on a particular tool, right? So like if we wanted to have a workshop on Fitbit and using the data in your Fitbit and the Fitbit app and trying to maximize your Fitbit experience, that could be a very interesting 2-hour workshop. And so if people are interested in that kind of thing, and you want to organize a session like that, or organize at a higher level, the ability to have sessions like that, or like however you want to get involved. Cool.
Oh, that's not good.
Awesome. That's cool. Are there any? Trying to think what other details are important. Oh, there would be a catered lunch. Obviously, it would be fairly healthy. I'm going to just be, we get salads and sandwiches or something simple, but I'm open to suggestions on that.
Is this a paid entry thing? Or will you
Yeah.
try and run
There will be a bunch of expenses that we have to cover, including the lunch, obviously. So we're thinking a ticket price of something like $50. To keep it at $50, we probably have to get a couple of companies to sponsor us as well, but that shouldn't be that hard. I don't think. Hopefully, we don't have to sell ourselves out too much.
Do you have something in mind already for the venue?
Yeah, there's 2 places that we looked at already. One of them is CSI Bathurst, or CSI Annex as it's called, in the basement there. I don't know how many people are familiar with it. We have a very beautiful area there. There's like a kind of a cafe in the front with a bunch of lounging chairs. And then in the back, there's a 100-person conference room and 3 small breakout rooms. And that's the kind of facility we're looking for, right? One big room to hold 100 people, and then 3 to 5 smaller breakout rooms where people can have intimate discussions. The other venue is Metro Hall, which is owned by the City of Toronto. On the 3rd floor, they actually have kind of a conference area. There's one room that actually, it's kind of a divider. If you remove the divider, it could actually probably do up to 200 people. And then there's also, I think, 4 smaller breakout rooms there. That one we have to have a city councilor on our side, but I don't think that will be that hard either. So. And we're open to other suggestions. If you know of a really cool venue in the City of Toronto where we could do something like this, it wouldn't be too expensive. I'd love to hear about it.
If I have a radio show, I'd love to mention it if you need some details on that.
Sure. Yeah, we don't have any details yet, but
Literally,
February.
it's on there.
Cool. All right, so stay tuned. Hopefully we'll have an announcement of the next Quantified Self with the actual more details. including hopefully a date, stuff like that. And then from there, we'll start soliciting, ideas about what to do. So thank you. Who's next on that list?
30
Jim.
seconds.
30 seconds.
Do you want to be recorded, Jim?
Sure.
Okay, just give me 1 second here. I gotta get back into my seat.